Hi folks, we just got off of Lake Champlain. My wife and I stopped in there about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was a pretty good bite going on. We fished till dark, and we got these perch. The beauty, I made a couple videos of fishing Lake George where the limit's 50 perch, and Lake Champlain there's no limit on the perch, which really kind of came unglued this afternoon. I want to show you what we were catching them on. It's the Perch fly rig. We got a 3/4 ounce sinker on the bottom, and it's on a swivel. It's called a drop shot swivel, so you can adjust the height. In Lake George or in any sort of weed bed lake, I set 18 to 20 inches. I'll kink that in. That sits on bottom, and these little size 12 nymphs float up above. I got perch eyeballs or grubs on those. Today the perch eyes were working pretty well. Today we were fishing on a mud flat that was loaded with yellow perch, and I brought that weight. I slid it up. I started at about 10 inches and I realized they were just on the bottom. I slid it up, kinked it in at about 4.5 inches off bottom. That weight goes down, hits the mud. Just the mud kicking up will bring the perch in, and the fish will come in and hit it. And we got quite a few doubles. The beauty of having two flies is they'll, you know, one of them's baited, and you're more likely to get more fish. And they're biting pretty good this afternoon. Another rig that we caught them on today, I call this a finesse rig. I take a fly clip, and you can put your favorite jig on below there. You use a jig and repeller. I love these Halley jigs with a grub on that. And then about 12 inches or 9 inches above that, I've got another dropper with a nymph on it with some grubs. And we were catching them pretty good on that setup too. Especially if you're watching them on a Vexlar, you can actually read this and work it right into their mouth. And we got quite a few doubles on this. If you're interested in buying either one of these, they're available at rogersrigs.com or on eBay at Perch Fly Rigs. Another real trick of what we were doing today was these light bite spring bobbers. You'd set it on bottom, and you have a taut line between that 3/4 ounce weight and your spring bobber on top, and as soon as a fish would take it, you'd detect that light bite. And there was quite a few bites today. They barely, especially the bigger ones, they barely really go along with it very far. They just pick it up, and we're able to detect a lot more strikes with that. I also make a perch minnow rig. Has the epoxy flies. If they're on a minnow bite, here's the flies too. If they're on a minnow bite, that seems to really bring it in. You can tip that with a minnow head. There's one that looks kind of like a perch pattern. Put a minnow head or something on that. And I make these flies, dozens of different patterns of flies, and I tie them in a big variety. If you buy a few, I can give you quite a few colors and stuff. I usually tip them with either perch eye or a grub, and that seemed to work pretty good today. So thanks for watching.